Hey guys, I hope you can hear this. My other microphone, which is, actually, I'll sort it out. My other microphone kind of broke, so I'm testing out a new one. This one means I can kind of stand away from the camera. I can still hear it. Well, it didn't break, the battery kind of died because I left it on for about 3 days. So, yeah, hopefully you can hear this. Yeah. It's Monday again, which means it is another max effort lower day. This week is deadlifts, however, not squats, so I will be doing a max effort deadlift from a 2-inch deficit. Quick question before I head to the gym, but it was brought to my attention this week that I apparently have a rather strange accent. My friends obviously know where I'm from, but you guys don't as you're relatively new. So if you think you know where I'm from, have a guess in the comments below and I'll tell you next week. See you in the gym. And here we are, starting off with some simple stretches this week. Just warming up the back and shoulders and whatnot. This particular mobility drill though is working on my ankles. One of my major weaknesses is my ankle mobility, which I use this stretch all the time just to work on that and help improve it. Anyway, starting off light this week, off the floor. Even though I'm doing deficits, I'm just doing some light reps just to warm up the muscles and wake myself up pretty much. Yeah, as I said, I'm doing deficits this week. I think I'm going to be cycling these in once every 2 weeks. Well, not every 2 weeks, every second deadlift day. Just because one of my major weaknesses is off the floor. I'm kind of good from my knees to my, well, lockout obviously. But from the floor to my knees, kind of a bit weak. I recently tested my rack pulls from the knees and I managed to get up to 230 kilos, but my actual max off the floor is 192, 195. So that shows there's like a massive weakness somewhere. Yeah, so I'm doing deficits off a 2-inch. Well, I tried to measure that it was 2 inches on my phone and I realized there was this black bar at the bottom, so it looks like 1.5. But if you actually get rid of that black bar, it's pretty much 2 inches, this plate. Since starting this program, one thing I'm trying to do is warm up faster. Well, not necessarily warm up faster, but make bigger jumps towards my 1 rep max. Mostly because I don't want to fatigue myself too early and end up with a smaller number. So I'm making bigger jumps here just so I can get up to my 1 rep max quicker and hopefully save some energy for that. If you've been following me over the past few weeks or you've seen me on Instagram or otherwhere online, you've pretty much noticed that I am still dropping weight. I'm trying to get down to 180 pounds ish, around there anyway, starting from 220. So last time I did this, I weighed around 220 and got a max of 185. So I'm hoping to beat that. A good indication of my current weight loss is my lifting belt. At the moment, I am currently 6 notches in, but when I started a good few months ago, I was 4 notches in. So 2 notches down and 20 pounds down. I'm quite happy with that. Oh, I remember this form. This form is terrible. Yeah, ignore the cat back, but at least I lifted it. Yeah, moving on from that anyway. Moving up to, what are we on now? Actually, this is my max for the day, so it's 187.5. So attempting to get slightly more than I did when I was 20 pounds heavier. Hopefully it goes all right. Check it out, guys. Strategically front plate camera this time so you can't see how round my back is. And there we have it. So slightly more than I did last time, even though 20 pounds down. So I'm quite happy that my strength seems to be going up as my weight comes down, which I didn't expect it to happen. I was expecting to lose loads of weight and loads of strength, but seems to be going all right. I'm assuming it's more a technique improvement as opposed to strength improvement. Anyway, after that moved on to 80%, which is 150 kilos for 3 sets of 5. These felt all right, slightly slowish and really fatigued on the day, but got through them. As you can tell, I was slightly dying by this point. It had been a long day. Afterwards though, I moved on to some accessories. Standard stuff, I need to work on my hamstrings more, so as always, stiff leg deadlifts for 4 sets of 10 with 100 kilos as always. I'm fatigued. I should probably start increasing this like linearly and add like a few kilos every single week that I do deadlift anyway. Finally finished up with some more hamstring work, well, hamstring curls. I think with this I did about 5 sets of 10 and then called it a day. I was going to do some back extension stuff for my lower back and glutes and whatnot, but I didn't really have time on this day, so I left it and did it on my back accessory day instead. Well, I've been doing this a few weeks now, and the only thing I seem to have gained is more of a beard. Anyway, just a quick update as it is now the day before max effort bench, and I just want to inform you guys what I'll be doing tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a max effort floor press this week, mostly because, well, I've never tried it before, so I thought it'd be fun. Yeah, you'll notice for the first few months or so that I'll be kind of throwing in all the variations that I can, mostly because I don't really know what works yet, so I want to learn what variations there are, what potential carryover each lift has, and what I can improve on, mostly. So this week is going to be a max effort floor press, hopefully to show how weak or strong my lockout is. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'll be doing tomorrow. I have no idea how much that is. Mostly, I think the most I've done before is a set of 5 at like 100 kilos. So I'm hoping to get at least 105, 110. I have no idea how it's going to go. So yeah, we'll soon find out. Let's see. As I was saying, floor press. No idea how much I can get up to on this, but I know that my actual bench last time I tested it was 117.5 kilos. So I'm aiming to get around there probably. 115 I'd be happy with. Well, I just said 110, didn't I? But around my max, because I know my lockout's kind of like, I have a really strong triceps, surprisingly. So I don't think my lockout's that much of a problem. It's something you should always be working on, because you don't want that to suddenly start lagging behind off the chest. But yeah, I have strong triceps, so I'm expecting to get at least around 115, or hoping to get there anyway. Same as the deadlifts as earlier on. I'm trying to warm up a little bit faster, so already at 2 plates here, so don't expect a whole lot more weight than this. I'm not that strong. Feeling good today though, so yeah, moving quite fast, and already at 110. And here's a funky angle. Kind of messed up the camera at the end, but who cares? Yeah, 115 now, so where we, and surprisingly moves relatively fast, but I don't think I get much more as from that reaction. Oh, that was dead quick. Look at this. Max already. 117.5 for a single. Well, that was grindy as hell. At least I managed to get up though, so not all bad. Afterwards, dropped it to 80% of that. So what is this? 95 kilos for 3 sets of 5, and then moved on to some accessory movements for my chest afterwards. Here we are working up to, well, not even working up to it. This is some close grip bench. Did about 3-4 sets of 10 with 80 kilos, and then moved on to some lateral raises. I'm trying to get my shoulders a lot stronger over these next few months. Basically because I've realized that I have really weak side delts, so I'm working on those over the next few months. Anyway, finishing off the day, pretty much very simple, nice and easy as always. Tricep push downs, and then yeah, call it a day. This week I'm very happy though, because last week, as you remember, I had very sore tendons, and surprisingly, didn't hurt once this week. So hopefully it can continue like that, and yeah, anyway, see you next week guys. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want. See you soon.